Hello everyone, I'm Sagar Sonone and today I'm going to discuss about the lymphatic system. Means what is lymphatic system, its composition, its functions and the structure of the lymphatic system. And at the end we can discuss about the illness or the disease related to lymphatic system. So now we can talking about the lymphatic system. Lymphatic system is nothing but it is a part of the circulatory system as well as immune system. So lymphatic system, it is a made up of large network of the lymphatic nodes, lymphatic vessel, lymphatic organ and lymphatic tissues. Okay. In the short we can say what is the lymph. Lymph is a type of fluid. Okay. The word lymph can be derived from the Latin word. Lymph means clear water or the density of the fresh water. Okay. So human circulatory system possesses an average of 20 liter of the blood per day through the capillary filtrations, which remove plasma from the blood. uh, uh, Roughly 70 liter of the filtered blood reabsorbed directly into the blood vessel, while remaining 3 liter are left in the intestinal fluid. So now we can talking about the functions of the lymphatic system. The function of the lymphatic system can include the main function of lymphatic system is provide accessory return to the blood for the uh, surplus surplus uh, surplus liter intestinal fluid. Okay, surplus 3 liter intestinal fluid. And now talking of the other functions of the lymphatic system, that is the immune defense. Means the cells of lymph are mostly lymphocytes. Okay, that is they are means there are two types of lymphoids. First is a B lymphoids and second is a T lymphoids. Okay, so lymphoids are the organ are composed of the lymphoid tissue, and the sites either lymphocytes productions or the lymphocyte activations. So are the sites, so those include lymph node, spleen, and tonsils. So lymphoids are initially generated in the bone marrow. Okay, and the fluid from the circulatory blood leaks into the tissue of the body by the capillary actions, carrying nutrients to the cell. Okay, so fluid batches, the tissues initial fluid are collecting waste product, bacteria and the viruses or the damaged cell, and then drain lymphatic capillaries and lymphatic vessels. Okay, so those vessels carry lymph throughout the blood. Those vessels carry lymph throughout the body and passing through the numerous lymph nodes. No. So which filter out unwanted waste, unwanted materials such as bacteria and damaged cell. Okay, so now we can talking about the lymph then passes to much larger vessels known as the lymph ducts. Okay, and the right lymphatic drain, the right lymphatic drain and the right side of region, and much larger left lymphatic uh, ducts known as a thoracic duct, and the drain left side of the body. Okay, the ducts is a empty subclavical vein to the return to the blood circulation, and lymph is a move through the system to return by muscle contractions. Now we can talking about the structures of the lymphatic system. Lymphatic vessels are open-ended capillaries which feed into the larger and larger lymphatic vessels and eventually empty into the blood stream by the serous ducts. Okay, so along the way lymph travel through the lymph nodes, and which are commonly found near the groin, armpits and neck, abdomen and chest. Okay, so humans have about 5 to 600 lymph nodes throughout the body. Okay, so now we can talking about the lymph is not actively pumped by the heart, but it is a force through the vessels by the movement of the body, contraction of the skeletal muscles, and during the body movement, and the breathing. So one way of the walls, semiluminar valve in the lymphatic vessels, keep lymph moving toward the heart, and the lymphatic flows from the lymphatic capillaries through the lymphatic vessels, and then dump into the circulating system via the lymphatic ducts located at the junctions of the subclavicle vein in the neck. Okay, so now we can talking about the compositions of the lymphatic system. So compositions of the lymph can be composed of the lymph plasma and the lymph cells. Okay, so lymph plasma, like blood, but has a lesser number of calcium, blood, protein, phosphorus, and high amount of the glucose concentration. So mostly globulin, and high amount of glucose concentration, mostly globulin, protein that are present, antibodies. Further components of the lymph plasma are very much similar to the blood plasma, water, organic compounds, and organic component and inorganic component. Now we can talking about the lymph cell, that is the second compositions of the lymph. So lymph cell are the floating embedded cells, white blood cells, which are typically lymphocytes. Okay, now we can talking about the organs of the lymph, or lymphoid organs, are the organ that are secret lymph in addition to the lymph nodes, and the thymus gland, tonsils, spleen are added lymphoid organs. In the body, largest mass of lymphatic tissue is the spleen. Okay, so now at the end we can talking about the disease or the illness related to the lymphatic system. So many conditions can after the various parts of our lymphatic systems. Some happen during the development, or the before birth, or during the childhood. Okay, so other develop as a result of disease or the disorder. And some common disease or disorder of lymphatic system can include the swollen lymph node, swelling and accumulation of the fluid, and cancers of the lymphatic system. So now we can talking one by one. The first is a lymph node, swollen lymph node, also called as a lymph uh, lymph endopathy. So infection, inflammations, and the cancer cause the swollen lymph node. Okay, and the common infection that can cause enlarged lymph node, including the strep throat, HIV, and also the infected skin wound. And now we can talking about the swelling and the accumulation of the fluid. Blockage in the lymphatic system due to the scar tissues from damaged lymph vessels, and the node can cause the lymphedema. Okay, means the swelling and the accumulations of the fluid called as a lymphedema. And the cancers of the lymphatic system, lymphoma is a cancers of the lymph node that occur when lymphatic grow and the multiply uncontrollably. So all in the today's video, all about the lymphatic system, its composition, its diseases, as well as the functions and the basic informations of the lymphatic system. So thank you.